Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another fantastic episode of The Beginnings of Greatness.
Do I look relaxed?
Very relaxed. I'm your host, Matt Rhodes. This guy over here, assistant to the guest host, Joey Livingston.
So, we're feeling pretty special today.
We get to use the big
That's right.
the big boys.
They let us use the new studio background.
We're using their green screen today.
You like it? Do you like it?
We haven't figured ours out yet.
But they were like,
Ouch.
you can use it, but don't turn the lights on.
Yep. Well, we're not allowed to use any electricity.
When it comes time for our show, they turn everything off except what is absolutely necessary.
Right.
Just for us to be barely seen.
Basically,
And I had to steal these lapels. They told me not to use the lapels.
they told me that too. I had to kind of slip and slide and grab one.
No.
We're basically using a 56K dial-up modem and a couple cameras.
But we're pretty high class now because we got a sofa. Let's give ourselves 5. High five self. I mean, level 5. Level 5 self. Yeah. All right. I'm going to give you 5. Show me your reflection. I can't see your.
Back it up. Back it up.
I didn't get it.
One more time. You're going nowhere. Anyway, so we're at the big boy table today. This weekend, I should say, was pretty crazy. I went over this guy's house this weekend, and I got
made
him
me watch ghost shows.
I got him to watch Ghost Adventures.
No, you made me. But you need to phrase it that way because I begged you not to make me watch it.
But did I force you? Did I strap you in the chair?
The only reason I watched it is
is
because I am your friend, and you kept saying
got him to watch it.
you have to watch it.
Well,
So you made me watch
You
it.
gotta watch it.
And as much as we could remain friends, you made me watch it.
Well, anyway, we watched it, and I thought it was a pretty good episode. What about you? Well, with the Xbox 360 Connect cam going on, and then you had the guy getting punched in the gut by the Phantom, stick figure Phantom. Got punched. You got out. What do you think about that?
I think we watched a show that is about a bunch of guys traveling around the country scaring each other.
That's true. Also.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we also watched a show with some weird phenomena going on. You heard the guy at the end, the guy who's an expert on Connect.
Yeah, and he said that I think what made me believe him is that he said, I normally wouldn't say this.
Right.
Instant credibility there.
Right.
If you normally wouldn't say this.
Right.
Yeah.
But he said it on national TV.
It's like check this out. See if you believe me. Matt?
Yeah.
I normally wouldn't say this, but dragons are real.
Oh, snap. Where do they live?
In Valhalla.
We got to go get one.
Mm-hmm. I know.
And then maybe we can meet the Khaleesi, the dragon.
No,
Queen.
Not from Game of Thrones. That's a fictional. Never mind.
So the Khaleesi doesn't exist. That's not a documentary.
Game of Thrones is a fictional book.
The game, was it called Fire and Ice? The game of Fire and Ice.
Yeah, the game of
Can I? Whoever you are, unknown, you call me like 3 times a day. Quit calling me.
That's unknown calls me too.
I hate that guy. Hate him.
You shouldn't hate people.
I hate unknown.
One thing that we didn't do, which is stupid, we didn't play video games.
No, we didn't. I even brought over
We thought ghost shows were better.
Well, I had planned to play some video games after that, but then I got a call that my dog, Taco, had gotten loose, and nobody could find him throughout the apartment complex.
Burped in your face.
I think you did.
It's okay. It's okay.
And anyways, so I rushed home to look for him. It's a pretty big complex, and I'm walking around the fence line, the tree line, looking for them, can't find them. It's real humid out, sweating my face off. I'm looking around this nature trail area. So I'm coming back up from the nature trail, couldn't find them. Then I hear these two girls on the 3rd floor say, "Hey, you looking for a dog?" Matter of fact, I am. He's a medium-sized dog, black and white. They said, "We got him up here." So I went up to the 3rd floor. They opened the door, and there's my beautiful Taco standing right there. And he kind of stumbles up to me. He's kind of half blind, so he probably didn't even know who I was at first.
What kind of person lets a strange dog with cataracts into their house?
Two great gals. I have a thank you letter for them. I haven't brought it to them yet. Been too busy. But
This happened last night.
This was when was this?
Yeah, the night before last.
Friday night. Friday night.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're watching, which I'm sure you are, thank you once again. And there's another thank you note coming your way for helping my dog Taco.
So wouldn't it have been smarter to play video games and then watch ghost shows? Aren't video games better than ghost shows?
I think video games are better than ghost shows. However, video games in my world are eternal. I can pick them up whenever I want. But brand new episodes of Ghost Adventures that you get to watch on the night they premiered.
We DVR'd it.
Right. We DVR'd it.
Could have watched it at any point that night.
And then we could have played video games at any point that night. I'm saying, watch it while it's still fresh from the satellite to our eyeballs, to the DVR, from the satellite to the DVR, back to our eyeballs, and then we're going to play some games. And then, but then we got the taco call. That's how I imagine the night going. Ghost. Oh, and I brought my. You're probably glad my dog got lost because I brought my my little ghost box, my PSB7 ghost box, and I was going to try to see what we could find in Joey's house. Maybe conjure up a few spirits. Maybe he has a long lost great aunt uncle living in his house that he doesn't know about.
Or some nails in my 2x4s.
You may have some nails in your 2x4s.
It'd be handy to know that.
Them.
Yeah.
Seen them. But I'm talking about real phenomena.
You are a real phenomenon.
Thank you, sir.
Did you see that? Did you see that?
What has happened?
That was
something. When what happened? When I was watching The Place this morning, I saw like a little, like in this part of the screen, like a little white thing float by. I'm not sure what it was. I'll have to go back over that evidence. But there has been a couple times during some of the shows here, and I'd have the headphones on, monitoring the audio, and I would hear, a faint little whisper, like you can't really make it out.
Stab your dog.
Kill your family. Kill them all.
Look, there's light orbs in my glasses.
Let me see. Nice. Oh.
Do I look freaky?
Answer me this, Joey.
Riddle me this.
You say that all those orbs are mere lens flares, because
No, I don't think they're all lens flares, but I think they're either lens flares or specks of dust flying through the air or video noise.
a lot of them are, but there are some true.
Some of them are ghosts.
Some of them, I don't know if they're ghosts. It's something. It's a phenomenon going on out there. And but it's not just lens flares. It's not just dust. Because you can see dust. Dust is usually hundreds of little dust particles flying through the air, and you can tell easily that it's dust. Lens flare, you can tell that it's a lens flare because you got the you got the circle, the little bigger circle, the little bigger circle. It's not always huge like that. Like in the movies, it can be like real little bitty tiny lens flare. But then you have your little streaks of translucent light that just kind of floats by like this and then zips up and then zips back down. That, my friend, is what I call an
ghost
orb. I can't say for sure it's a ghost. It could be an alien checking up on us. It could be anything. Riddle me that.
You got me.
Gotcha. He's a believer.
Then I saw the orb. Now I'm a believer.
Then I saw that orb. Ah, yeah. Now I'm a believer, and then I'll die. When you die, that's when you'll become a believer, because then you'll become the orb. Be floating around. You'll be like, because
Now I believe in orbs. I are one.
you'll be flying around people that used to tell there's no such thing as orbs.
I'll go into their ears and I'll be like, orbs exist.
I'm an orb.
Orbs exist. I'll be like, lens flares exist. Lens flares are real.
Everybody knows that's silly. But after the Ghost Show, I did want to play some Rogue Legacy because I haven't played that yet.
I just realized how far away I am from beating that game.
How far?
I've been playing for hours, like maybe 7 of them.
That's
whole
a long
ones.
time. Yeah.
And a lot more than that, actually.
Don't be ashamed to admit your gamerdom.
I've been playing a lot of hours of Rogue Legacy.
Does it
I've
keep
had
a
it
log
for
of your hours?
about 6 weeks now, I guess, maybe 2 months.
Yeah.
I don't know if it keeps a log. I haven't checked, but my armor,
Yeah.
or no, one of them that I remember that's is my critical hit chance.
Mm-hmm.
The max is 75.
Right.
I'm at like 13.
Oh, snap. Well, that gets me excited because I haven't played the game yet, and now I know it's like one of those epically long games that you can just keep leveling up and progressing, and I love games like that. Like kind of like Dark Souls is kind of like that. But I really do want to get my hand on
one
Rogue
of the
Legacy.
one of the weapons that you can get is you can get a vampire sword, no, a blood sword,
Mm-hmm.
or a blood shield, or a blood cloak, and they don't do anything but suck power from you.
Right.
Why would you wear those?
You wouldn't. Well, they could have high AC stats. I don't know what the stats are like in that game.
No, there is no benefit that I haven't tried wearing it to see what it would do, but
Right.
it shows you all the numbers and it's all negative.
There's items like that in Dark Souls also, and usually it's just one great thing that it does, and then it makes you like less HP, less accuracy or whatever, less AC points, less of everything, except maybe it has a power to, you get to kill skeletons with it and they stay dead or something like that. But you're saying yours has zero benefit at all.
I haven't tried it. Maybe it has some unknown benefit that you just can't quantify.
Right. I feel you.
You don't understand until you wear it. You don't understand the blood cloak until you put it on. And then the crimson just really makes your eyes pop out.
It flows all over you like the blood of the Lamb. So you got your blood cloak, blood sword,
There's a blood cloak, a blood sword, I think there's a blood shield, there's a blood helmet, and I haven't put any of them on because it can't quantify the benefits for me.
I say to you this, sir, you should do a run wearing nothing but your blood armor and just see how it goes. It may surprise you.
I'm scared.
Don't be scared. Just go out there and chance it. And if you
I don't
die,
wanna die.
pass it down to your granddaughter.
Write him a note. These clothes are great.
Don't wear. No, these clothes suck. Don't wear them. Throw them away.
Oh, they totally messed me up.
But I do want to get my cheese balls on that game. But I'm also looking forward to mention this a couple weeks ago. Grand Theft Auto 5 coming out September 17th. Got mine pre-ordered already. All I have to do is go and pick it up the day it comes out.
All right.
I don't have to worry about it being sold out when I get there.
Digital murder and whores.
It's going to be there for me. That's not all it's about.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
You should be ashamed of yourself for calling that game digitally murdering whores, because it's much more than that. There's a story.
It's a digital murder and whores, but you're right. It is digital murdering whores.
There is a little bit of that in there. Digitality. Do your due diligence and do digitally murder some whore. Digitally. Digitally. I have to with that. It's kind of like toy
Say
boat.
It 5 times.
Toy boat. Digitally. Didgeridoo.
Very good. You did it.
Thank you. Anyway, it's not just that. There's a huge storyline. This time there's 3 main characters. And a bigger
map. We don't play
map.
that game at my house. We do not play that game at my house.
But you can play it. You don't have to let your children play it.
We don't do that, Matt. We do not do that, Matt.
Now, you do know this, that a couple of years ago, I turned down the volume on my TV and let your son play Grand Theft Auto, forget which one.
No, I didn't know that.
Yes, you did. You just forgot about it. And I let him drive. All he did was drive the car.
That's the thing that really sucks about me forgetting about things that piss me off, is when I find out about it again, I get pissed off all over again as if I didn't know about it. And you don't deserve it.
Because I told you about it already.
But I don't remember it, and so now I'm pissed off all over again.
Like 3 years ago, Gavin wanted to play video games. So I had the good conscience to mute the TV.
So he couldn't hear the titties and butts.
And I got him in a car. And let me tell you the sweetest part of watching him play. He would go to get a car. I taught him how to get the car. You go up to the car, you press a button, and you'll open the door.
This is how you steal, nephew.
You'll pull out a guy.
This is called carjacking.
But before Gavin would get in the car, he would walk his character over to the guy, and I'm not making this up. He'd say, I'm sorry, mister, but I just got to borrow your car for just a little while. But sometimes before he got back in the car, the guy would start hitting him. He's like, Uncle Matt, tell him I just need to borrow the car and quit hitting me. And I was like, well, sometimes you got to shoot him.
So young, so innocent.
And it was fun. But, of course, I wouldn't expose him to, like, the hardcore part of it. Like, I didn't line up, 100 people and give them an AK. I didn't even give them a gun. I gave this his fist.
There was some sort of music playing on our TV. Last night, I remember we were watching the Beyonce documentary.
Ooh.
Have you watched that yet?
Uh-oh.
It's really good. Yeah.
Is it?
It is, actually.
Okay.
She's quite a hard-working lady.
That's what I've heard. She's very hard-working.
Yeah.
Before you
and
tell
her
you...
concerts are pretty brilliant. There's one where she did all this digital projection work, and when she was up on stage dancing, like a spotlight would go off and it would it would go on over here, and she'd be like instantly dancing over here, but it would be a digital projection of her. But from a distance, you couldn't tell.
Right.
So it looked like she was all over the
like
stage.
Transporting like
yeah, they did all kinds of crazy effects that were pretty cool with just a projector.
Nice.
Yeah. But at the end, they were playing this music, and my son was he was in the bathroom getting ready to shower.
Oh.
What?
Go. I thought you was about to say he was in the shitter.
No, okay. No, he was in the bathroom getting ready to shower, and Monica walks in to help him, to help him bathe, and he has a shirt on, but no pants, no underwear, and is shaking his booty like nobody's business to this music, like in the door's direction. So when my wife walked in, she got quite an eyeful.
Yeah, that's what kids are for, man. They're funny. They make you laugh. Like my little cousin Brandy, she'll be doing that. The song will come on, like with a booty shaking beat, like, and she'll just start shaking her butt like you see on TV. And it's a little sickening when I see it, because normally the people you see doing that are like half naked, but it's still funny. And
so it's you laugh and you throw up a little bit.
Yeah, at the same time, it's like
little puke spittle goes out of your laughing.
The puke comes out your nose, and the laughter comes out your mouth.
That's
like
gross.
that.
That's gross.
Have you heard? You know who David Allen Greer is? From Saturday? No, from In Living Color.
Yeah,
David,
I think so.
Men on Film, not Damon Wayans, but the other one.
Okay.
Have you?
Yeah, I think I know who you're talking about.
Have you heard of his fake vomiting?
Mm-mm.
It's real good. It sounds just like the real thing.
His fake vomiting sounds like the real thing.
And that's hard to do. I've tried it. But that sounded a little bit like real vomiting. But his sounds just identical, like you took this shotgun mic up here and stuck it into some like frat boy's face while he was vomiting in the toilet.
That wouldn't sound real, because you'd pick up all the fans around it and
That's true. We'd have to use one of these other mics, because this shotgun
pick
mic,
up the party downstairs.
this shotgun mic is crap. They tried to force it upon us like a shotgun wedding, but we wouldn't stand for it. What time is it?
I don't know. Is this show over yet?
We done yet? Jesus. Getting text messages and unknown
What to
calls.
do now?
I think I'm going to call it.
I'm tired. I'm so tired.
Oh, I'm tired. This table is just throwing me off. What do I do? What do I touch?
It's hard to be funny in front of a stylish sofa. All right, you do a finger dance. I'll bob my hand. Not in the head. Do it. Don't make it dirty.
Big. Reenacting the scenes from Big.
So you're reenacting the part where Tom Hanks used his legs like fingers on a piano, and you're reenacting that with fingers
on the table.
So basically, you're just playing the piano. You were just pretending to play the piano.
Right, but except this guy looks like Tom Hanks a little bit. This guy, who's the other guy?
Doesn't look like Tom Hanks.
It wasn't Gene Hackman, was it? Yeah, it might have been Gene Hackman.
Why? How do your hands look like Tom Hanks and Gene Hackman?
This one does a little bit. This one has a little less knuckle hair, so it's Gene Hackman. This one has a little more knuckle hair, so it's Tom Hanks.
I don't see it.
Here's the big finish. Then he steps away for a little bit. And here, for the slide.
Gene Hackman
and then everybody
had nothing to do with that scene.
He was the one he was the head
of the
toy.
Gene Hackman.
Wasn't that Gene Hackman? Who was that?
I don't know, but it wasn't Gene Hackman.
Come on. I believe that was Gene Hackman. I'm looking it up.
Later.
Guys, I got to look it up.
Look at it.
Who? Let me get this. See if Siri knows.
You're ruining the show.
Siri.
You're ruining the show.
Who starred in the movie Big?
This show is now your fault.
You messed Siri up.
Let me think.
Think about it. Still thinking. Man.
Doesn't even know what you said.
Come on, Apple. No.
Here's some information.
Okay. Tom Hanks, Elizabeth Perkins, Robert Loggia.
No, Gene Hackman.
John Hurd, Jared Rushton.
He would have been listed at the top.
Mr. Baskin, John Lovitz. Come on.
No.
Who was that guy? He's got such a unique voice. I see him in every movie. I guess that's what's his name? McMillan, Robert Loggia. That's him, right? Or Mr. Baskin? No.
I think it was Sharon Stone.
Oh, it wasn't Sharon Stone. She was in, what was that weird movie she was in? Was she the one where she like crossed her legs and gave everybody the glimpse in that movie? Everybody went nuts, nuts over that movie. Like, dude, have you seen, was it Fatal Attraction? Have you seen Fatal Attraction? No. What happened? Let's see them things in it.
I saw her being interviewed by, I think it was Conan O'Brien. And it was extremely awkward.
Was it?
Yeah, I don't know.
What happened?
She's kind of like what's that girl's name that starred in Aeon Flux?
I know you're talking about. She also did that other. She got the Rooney Mara. Is that her?
Mm-mm.
She wasn't in Aeon Flux.
I don't remember her. But she's awkward like that too. Like if you interview her, she's got this very. I don't want to be negative because I don't think they're bad people necessarily. I don't know them.
Right.
But they come off very pretentious in an interview, like you're not really seeing them.
Right.
You know that they have this way of carrying themselves like.
Yeah, it's weird watching interviews like that.
And she was interviewed by Conan O'Brien, and she would just talk about stuff that she'd be and it's like, man, just relax.
Yeah, it makes you cringe. Cringe-worthy.
It's like she was trying 10 times harder than she should to be funny. You know,
right.
It's like if you're
makes you throw up.
If you're not funny, if funny isn't your thing,
right?
And I've been telling myself this for years. If funny isn't your thing, just relax and be who you are. It's better to be who you are than to try to be something that you're not.
Right. I fully agree. And there's another lady like that. I saw Jon Stewart interview. It's the lady that's in all the movies with like Jack Nicholson.
Mm-hmm.
She wears the hat all the time. She's in all these movies. Meryl Streep?
Meryl Streep?
I think it's her. She came off that way, and it was weird. It was like, no, it was on the Colbert Report.
You sure it was Meryl Streep?
The one that wears the hat all the time. No, hold on. Who's the other one? The other big leading lady. She's getting older now in years.
I think I know who you're talking about. But
what she was in the movie with.
Was she in?
No.
This is the worst.
She was in.
Something's Got to Give. Was she in Something's Got to Give?
I think so. Is that where she walks in on him and he's drinking milk?
Who stars in Something's Got to Give?
He has a heart attack.
Stop talking.
While they're having sex.
Yeah.
That's it.
I couldn't find any.
What is it?
Who stars in Something's Got to Give?
Like, who stars in Pee-Pee That Kiki?
Something's Gotta Give stars.
Diane Keaton.
Diane Keaton.
Diane Keaton and Keaton
Can I get a Google picture of Diane Keaton with the hat so I got to know for sure? If she's wearing a hat.
Show me Google pictures of Diane Keaton. It's the weirdest thing I've ever asked Siri to do.
Google for pictures of Diane Keaton.
She knew what you meant. Now, if she's wearing the hat, it's her. She's not wearing the hat, but that's her. I tell from that.
It's not the lady with the hat.
But no, it's her though. It's her though, Diane Keaton. I'm gonna find you one with a hat.
No hat.
Well,
no hat.
when she's
there's one with a hat.
Yeah, see, she wears all these types of hats. You see.
There she is, ladies and gentlemen.
But that's her.
Hold on.
During the interview with Colbert,
Won't focus on it.
it was like she thought he was making. To me, I thought that she thought he was being real, like, passive aggressive with her with every question he asked. Like, he would just ask about the movie, and she was kind of taking it as an insult a little bit. And then it was just weird watching her react and then try to insult him back. But he was being sincere, but she was being passive aggressive because she thought he was being passive aggressive, and it was nuts. It
It's a
was
train wreck.
Yeah. But I enjoyed watching it, but it was just cringe-worthy.
Yeah, I wish we could show some of those now because that interview with Sharon Stone was, I mean, it was so awkward. It was funny,
Yeah.
you know. She was telling this story about how this kid in Israel or something had a T-shirt of her in Basic Instinct, and she was like, "I've got to take a picture with you." And
Oh, God. I have just got to take a picture with you is what I told the young boy.
and we just laughed.
Me and Jerry just laughed over that. We had peanuts on the airplane that day.
Don't you hate when people are telling you funny stories, and at the end of the story they follow it with something like, "And we just laughed," and it was just so funny. It was hilarious.
All right.
And then you feel they're pressuring you
Right.
to agree that like they're building in
must
your
have been.
imagination a group of people that think it's funny, and if you don't laugh, then you're not part of that group.
Right, yeah.
That's rude.
Very rude. Yeah, you shouldn't push that on people. Like say, hey, you want to hear a dirty joke? A horse fell in the mud. Why aren't you laughing, dude? I told like 13 people that the other day. They was crying.
Everybody's been laughing at that joke.
They told me I should have been on
It's the only reason I told
stand-up
it.
comedian.
Everybody's been asking me to tell that joke twice.
And you're the only DB that didn't laugh. How you feel
Database?
now?
Database?
Database.
Why are you calling people databases?
That's my new slang term for people who are just like real full of knowledge, but
Like
they don't
know-it-alls.
share it with
Know-it-alls.
but they don't share it with anybody. They just keep it to themselves.
Freaking database.
Right. Freaking database over there. Give me the eyeball. Stink eye.
Get out of here, database.
DBs.
Hey, did you know that Salem is the capital of Washington? Is that true? Salem, the capital of Washington.
No, I don't think so.
Get out of here, database.
Get out of here, DB. Like the Salem witch trial.
Salem, the capital of Oregon?
Salem is in like North Carolina.
Salem, North Carolina?
Salem,
Yeah.
North Carolina. Yeah.
Salem's the capital of North Carolina. Okay.
I don't know if it's the capital.
I knew it.
I think it's Charlotte. Didn't you live in Charlotte?
I lived in Charlotte.
Is it the capital?
Sir, I know what the capital of North Carolina is.
Salem.
Salem.
There's also a Salem, Massachusetts. Maybe that's where the witch trials were. There you go, folks. The more you know. But that was very cruel. what happened in the Salem
Breaking news!
trials. Breaking news. 200 years ago, there was these
This is what
girls.
this table makes you want to do. Breaking news. Right now. Happening right now. What? Hang on.
Jim?
I'm hearing something. The food supply is short in the cafeteria.
Oh, they better get a rush on them.
Do some
orders.
breaking news for us.
Hello, sports fans. I'd like to wait. Hold on. I know this is a sports show, but guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Madonna had just fell in a big bowl of pudding. Stinky bowl of pudding.
You were doing
Jim?
awesome breaking news before the show started.
Well, you put me on the spotlight. No, actually, I wasn't doing breaking news. I was doing
Commentary.
making fun of the Saturday Night Live people. What's it called?
Do some SNL bad jokes.
SNL weekend update. Okay. Hello, folks. You've heard that Obama, all the Republicans are saying Obama's going to take away your Medicare. Well, they're going to say Obama don't. Really? 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 But that's what this does make you do. And
Then you get to high five yourself. You can't even stop. You can't stop high fiving yourself on this table.
it's everlasting gumdrop.
My wife says Raleigh is the capital of North Carolina.
What a DB.
She thinks Raleigh is the capital of North Carolina.
Everybody knows it's Sarasota. Get it right or pay the price.
Salem.
Oh, that's right. You just told me that.
Freaking
DB.
database. Olympia is the capital of Washington.
Olympia. I've heard of that. That's where the Olympics were born and bred. They came from the foothills of North Dakota into the
That's where the gods live.
foothills of Olympia. That's where Zeus, Juice, Hus, and Jesus created all of us. And that is the message of NCG.
My wife is sending me all sorts of facts.
We were all born from a God named Stablin. He put us on this earth to spread the good news about hickory smoked bacon from Smithfield Farms. And next week we're going to have a bunch of taste tests to let you know just how delicious these Smithfield hickory smoked honey baked farms hams are. And brought to you by NCG Studios, courtesy of Dr. Michael W. Jones, and you're welcome.
That's the end of our show.
We love you guys. Stay tuned for with Christopher Malte.
You see the wave? I learned this when I was a kid, and I wore parachute pants. I can't do it.
Pear-shaped or parachute?
Parachute pants.
It sounded like you said pear-shaped. Pear-shaped pants.
The show is over. Close the curtain.
Let me know when the curtain's off and the sound's
That
off.
parachute
so
pants
get
comment wasn't
that.
supposed to be on the air.